We are again tasked with writing equations for a line, but this time we're not given a graph or a table of values or any information except some points that it passes through right here. So we've got these 2 points. It passes through 2, 7 and 0, -5. I'm going to graph those, find the slope, and then find the y-intercept from that graph, and then we'll be able to write the equation for it. Now, there is a shortcut for these that some people like to use called the slope formula. I'm not going to use that today because I like to have the visual on the graph. So we have 2, 7. That point is found right here at 2, 7, and 0, -5 would be right there. So we've got a line that passes from this point to this point. We need to find our slope so we can get our rise and we can get our run. So let's go ahead and find that. From here to here we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then we go over 2. Now you might have been able to figure out that 12 by doing 7 minus -5. And you might have figured out that 2 by doing 2 minus 0. Regardless of how you get it, our slope ends up being 12 over 2. Now that can be simplified. 12 divided by 2 equals 6. So that's our slope. Our y-intercept is found right here. It's at -5, and now we have enough information that we can put it into slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. M is our slope, and we saw that that was positive 6. So we get y equals 6x. Our y-intercept was -5, which is this b value. And since it's negative, we end up with a subtraction right there. And we're finished with this one, so we have the equation for that. Now this one, we need to recall our function notation. We can get this question right here to look just like the last one if we remember that f of 5 is simply a name for y, and that 5 is in place of the x value. So this, we actually have all of the information that we had on the previous ones where we have an x and a y value that's in this expression right here. So again, f of x is a value for y. So that's like saying our y value equals -1. Okay, put that in an ordered pair, and that goes right here. Our x has been replaced right here with this 5. When we put that information in here, we now have an ordered pair that we can graph like we did with the last one. On this, we have our x value inside here, which is 0, and our y value, which is equal to -5. So that gives us a couple of points. Now you don't have to write this ordered pair. You can get that information from the equations over here, but if it helps, go ahead and write that. Okay, let's graph those 2 points. And we'll find the slope and find the y-intercept. So 5, -1 is found right here, and 0, -5 is found right there. Graph those 2. We're going to find our slope, so we're going to go up and to the right. How far did we go up? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's +4. And to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So our slope ends up being 4/5. We can see our y-intercept down here is at -5. So let's put that information in here. We get y equals mx plus b. We just figured out our slope right here at m is 4/5. So I'm going to put that in there. And we figured out our y-intercept is -5, so I put that in there, and we're finished. So as long as you know the slope and the y-intercept, or if you can figure out those 2 things, then you can always use this form. It ends up being very convenient for lines. Thank you.